move to the next slide. We are using mean squared error as our cost. For example, xt comma yt, the cost j will be j equals to 1 half of summation over L equal to 1 to O of square of AL4 minus YTL. AL4 is the Lth output of the last layer and YTL is the Lth output of the Tth example. Here by the diagram we can see that the number of layers in first is n1, the number of units in second layer is n2, the number of units in third layer is n3, and number of units in the last layer is n4. That is equals to capital O. I is used for denoting the ith unit, sorry, and j is used for denoting jth layer of the second layer. K is used for denoting the kth unit of the third layer, and L is used for denoting the lth unit of the last layer, that is n4. Here we can see that the output of ith unit is ai1 for the first layer, output of jth unit is aj2 for the second layer, output of kth unit is ak3 for the third layer, and output of lth unit is al3 for the last layer. For transition from first layer to second layer, we use the weight matrix. The weight matrix of dimension n2 cross n1 from transition from first layer to second layer, w1 of dimension n2 cross 1, along with the bias vector with notation b1 and of dimension n2 cross 1. For transition from second layer to third layer, w2 from transition from third layer to fourth layer, w3 of dimension n4 cross n3, because there are n4 layers in the last layer and n3 layers in the first layer. We can see that by dimensionality check we can see that it is true. Here see w2 is of n2 cross n1 and a1 is of n1 cross 1. So if we multiply the matrix we will get n2 cross 1, that is z2 of the second layer, which should be whose dimension should be n2 cross n1, and we get a2 as sigmoid of z2. Here the sigmoid of z2 means we are applying the sigmoid function on each element of the vector, and we are getting the new vector as a2. Please read from these equations from left to right to understand better, because the input is going from left to right. Forward propagation, assuming tth example. The first step of our propagation is assigning the tth example as ai1 for I from 1 to n1. Then for the jth unit, we calculate zj2, and that is equals to summation over I to n1 of wji1 into ai1 plus bj1 for j equal to 1 to n2. Next step is calculating the output of the second layer, and that is simply for aj2 equals to sigmoid of zj2 for j equals to 1 to n2. That is, we are applying each element of z2 on the sigmoid function, and we are getting the aj2. Similarly, zk3 is obtained by summation over j n2 of wkj2 into aj2 plus bk2 for k equals to 1 to n3. And this is further up to last layer. Now vectorial representation, we can see that we are just assigning the vector xt to a1, and vector z2 is obtained by just multiplying w1 into a1 and adding b1 as bias. A2 is obtained by sigmoid of z2, that is element. This is function for element wise applying sigmoid over each element on z2. Similarly, z3 is obtained by w2 into a2 plus b2. A3 is obtained by sigmoid over z3. Z4 is obtained by w3 into a3 plus b3, and lastly a4 is equals to sigmoid of z4. Cost calculation. Since we have obtained our AL4, that is the output of the last layer, we are in position to calculate our cost function. Here is our cost function j w comma b. Here I have represented the cost function as the function of weights and biases. It is equals to 1/2 of summation of L equals to 1 over O to O of AL4 minus YTL square. And in the next step, we are going for the backward propagation. Before jumping to backward propagation, I want to make something clear. Sigmoid of x is equals to 1 upon 1 plus e raised to x, and differentiation of sigmoid of x with respect to x is equals to sigmoid of x into 1 minus sigmoid of x. The derivation will be given in the description box. Aim of backpropagation: find derivative of cost function with respect to all of the weights and biases. Backpropagation starts from the last layer. The chain rule is the main idea behind backpropagation is the chain rule, and it is defined as if there is function g over fx, then it says differentiation of g with respect to x is equals to differentiation of g with respect to f into differentiation of f with respect to x. Backpropagation, it's basically the chain rule. The steps will be finding the derivative of cost j with respect to z4. Then we will find the derivative of the cost with respect to w3. Then we will find the cost with respect to b3. And similarly, we will finding the derivative of the further w2 weights and biases, and also the z. Lastly, when we will be in position that we have got all our derivatives with respect to all the weights and biases, we will update our uh, weights. Yes. Finding derivative of cost j w comma b with respect to z4. This is our the first step. So let's see how it goes. We have our cost function as you can see on the screen, j w comma b is equals to 1/2 of summation over L equals to 1 to O AL4 minus YTL square. We are calculating uh, with respect to z4, and the number of elements in z4 is n4. So for each element we are iterating from L equals to 1 to n4, and we will find the derivative of the cost function with respect to each element in the z4. So with respect to each element, let the lth element be zl4. Therefore dj with respect to dzl4 is equals to al4 minus ytl. That is our square will be go below and will be cut by this one half, and we will get Al4 minus YTL into Al4 uh, dAl4 by DZL4. We can notice here that this summation is removed. This is because for a particular lth z there will be only lth output which will be significant. All the other output will do not involve the lth z. Therefore, they will be going uh, going to be equal to 0. The next step is we will differentiate Al4 uh, and we will substitute Al4 as sigmoid of ZL4. Here we can see that from the forward propagation we have established that Al4 is the sigmoid of ZL4, and we know the property of the sigmoid function when it is differentiated with respect to the inner content. It will become sigmoid of ZL4 into 1 minus sigmoid of ZL4, and sigmoid of ZL4 was Al4. So now we have got Al4 minus YTL minus Al4 minus YTL into Al4 into 1 minus Al4. This is for all the LHZ. Vectorially we can represent all this for loop as dj by dz equals to Al4 minus YT element into element wise multiplication of A4 into element wise multiplication of 1 minus Al4. Yeah. So now we are moving towards the second step, finding derivative of cost j with respect to W3. For k from 1 to n3, that is since there are uh, in W3 there are n4 cross n3 elements, so we will derivate respect to each element and see how it comes. For k from 1 to n3 and for L from 1 to n4, dj by dlk equals to dj by dzl into dzl by dwlk. This is here simply we are using the chain rule. We are breaking the derivative of dj by dwlk into dj dzl into dzl by dwlk. The next step is dj by dwlk3 equals to dl4 into d differentiation of this zlk we have substituted from the forward propagation equation, and we are differentiating it with respect to dwlk. Here please notice that here the k is for summation, and here here it is the k is for uh, sorry here the k is for uh, the uh, mm, loop, the k, the variable of the loop k. dj by dwlk equals to dl4 minus ak3. Now how only ak3 came? See my friends, w do the when we will differentiate this summation, uh, all the bk3 will be 0 because it is constant, and here wlk for a particular lk For a particular LK, this WLK, when it will differentiate it, we will get only that LK which matches the variables of K and L for the loop. Therefore, we will get our only AK3 from the summation, and all other elements in the summation will get 0 except for AK3, and the derivative of WLK3 with respect to WLK3 will be 1, and therefore 1 into AK3 will be AK3. And DL4 we have assumed that dj by dZl is equals to DL4, and we have calculated dj by dZl4 as we have seen from the previous slide. Vectorially, we can represent this as dj by dw3 equals to d4 cross a3 transpose. We can see the dimensionality check. W3 is n4 cross n3. Therefore, W3 is n4 cross n3, and therefore its derivative should also be n4 cross n3, and therefore the output of this multiplication should also be n4 cross n3. Let's see. D4 is n4 cross 1, D4 is n4 cross 1, and A3 is n3 cross 1. A3 is n3 cross 1, and we have taken the transpose. Then this matrix and this vector will become 1 cross n3, and we know that n4 cross 1 cross 1 cross n3 will result into a matrix of size n4 cross n3, which is the same size of W3, n4 cross n3. Finding derivative of cost JW comma B with respect to B3. For L equals to 1 to n4,